Welcome, welcome once again to Words Have Power with Teresa Hawley-Howard. We are so excited to bring you another amazing author, another amazing book to support. And this one is really going to touch your heart and it's going to really inspire you. So welcome to the show and tell us about yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is wonderful. My name is Patrick P. Long. I wrote a book called Ordinarily Extraordinary. My wife passed from breast cancer last year. And in the months that followed, reflecting on a lot of things, I got inspired to write this book. We have 4 children, so husband, widower, we live in St. Louis, Missouri. The 4 children are all young. Nobody's like grown and moved out of the house yet or anything. So I'm a widower raising 4 kids here in St. Louis, Missouri, and despite the loss and everything, we're pushing on hard and not just surviving but thriving.
That's so great. Tell us about the book. When did you decide to write the book? When did you decide? I know it was a month afterwards, but when did you decide you needed to share your story with the world?
I've dreamed of being a writer since I was a kid. I've always had that in my heart. And I actually have written a couple books before. I wrote one starting back in 1997, and that's kind of when I got serious about writing, but it was very hard to break in, and then got married and kids, and life kind of took over, same old story a lot of people have, right? But after she passed, I was reflecting on a lot and being a writer, taking a lot of notes. And I've always thought, even without doing a book, I've always thought about blogging or doing just different things or journaling just to, leave a lot of life lessons for our kids and memories of their mom and different things like that. So, in the months that followed, I was writing a lot of notes and reflecting on a lot of things, having a lot of discussions with family and friends. And it was probably a few months later, I got serious about it and, just realized I got to put this into a book. And it wasn't just the cancer part of it. I got into really, as I started writing a book, I immediately realized this has to be much bigger than just, the battle with cancer.
Right.
In order for the reader to see it through our eyes, I had to dig deep into our background so you'd know who we were, could feel with us why the things that were happening mattered to us on a personal level. So I got into a lot of stuff. I got into, all relevant reflections on things from childhood, things from, young adult, overcoming some personal turmoil. I later get into some marital conflicts we had very candidly. So I didn't want to paint a picture like, oh, we're all perfect. This isn't just some
Right.
story of, like, let's pretend we were all great and lovey-dovey all the time, because that's not what marriage is. If you've been in marriage for any amount of time, there can be some very, tough moments. And also a lot of like dark thoughts I had there. When you get into these highly stressful situations, and the phrase I always think now is you can't control all the thoughts and feelings that hit you, but you can control what you do with them. And I candidly admit to having, some selfish thoughts and just some dark thoughts at times. And, because I wanted to share that first and foremost with my children, but then with others too, of this is normal. This is why people share their stories, because that's real. And I was afraid to do it. So I'm like, well, am I going to look like a jerk? Am I going to look like, or just weak or this or that? And, I was really scared to reveal those things. But I felt as an author, and I feel like I'm an artist as an author, and I felt like, to be an artist, you just have to bare your soul. So I was all for it. I just dug in. I didn't hold back, and I just let all those things out. And, the response has been phenomenal.
So. I think that's so true. I know I had a personal battle with cancer, and there were times that my thoughts were not great. I mean, right. People would come over and they would have well intentions and they would want to visit, and I would just be thinking to myself, if you people would just go away, and then I would feel bad for having those thoughts, because there would be days that I wouldn't want to, as my mother would say, I didn't want to adult today. And so I just wanted to crawl back in my bed and be by myself. And I think when we share those trials, those tribulations, the ugly truths, that we really reach another one on a better level, that we really touch a core that we all have, because we want to present this pretty picture, wrap it up with a bow, and everything was blessed, and it was, it was a beautiful journey, and we did this. No, it was ugly. When my hair came out, it was not pretty. And when I first lost it, it was not, you see those deals where they show them on TV where she was just, oh, she took the clippers and she was all, excited. No, that was not where I was. And I didn't want my husband to see, I didn't want my friends to see. And so, those are moments that if we don't share them, then the woman who's in her bathroom with her hair coming out thinks she's the only one feeling that way. And so we have to share those raw, beautiful emotions with them so they know, as a supporter, some days it's hard. You know, as the person taking care of them, some moments are not pretty. And I think that's what's so beautiful about your book, is that you're so honest in it that we can feel the emotion. And, you know, we know there's always love, and we're always, you know, we always love that person. Marriage is a hard thing sometimes. But when you share those moments that maybe you're not proud of, or you worry what people are going to think of you, that is really when you're making the connection to your reader.
Yeah, I mean, that is so true. And I just think it's so important on so many levels. I mean, everything you just said is right. I'm already getting that. This weekend was our ebook campaign launch, and we were putting the ebook out for $1 yesterday and today. Doing that, we've already hit bestseller status on Amazon. Actually, as of this morning, we hit international bestseller status.
I was going to mention that, but I wasn't sure if you were going to share it yet. But congratulations. I saw that you took international.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what's even greater than that? That accolade is awesome. But what's even greater yesterday and today is this is a full-length book. You know, it's 220 plus pages. Took me over 12 months to write, yet there's multiple people who read it in a day. A lot of people are sitting down. It's a very fast read. Other people have read multiple chapters. But it's awesome. And the connections I'm already making, what people are getting back to me on the feedback, you know, everything I was hoping it would be, it is, and everything I was scared it would be, it's not. You know, nobody's critical. You know, people are just amazing.
Your reviews are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, and even other ones that are coming in, just personal messages and things from people. It's just blowing me away. It's everything I hoped it would be. It really is connecting with readers. And some of the, you know, the sentiments and things. And not only friends, family, and people who know us, but I'm getting friends of friends of friends of friends I've never met. People I don't even know. You and I have never. You didn't know who I was probably before yesterday, and here I am on your show now. Like the connections and the way it's touching people is just wonderful, and everything I would have hoped for. So it's just been awesome.
A beautiful and amazing read. And when you can reach someone on that level, and even for someone who hasn't experienced cancer, when you read the book, the things that you've gone through in your marriage, the things that you've gone through in your life, there will be a spot in the book that you'll connect to, no matter what you've been through in life. And that's when you know a book is going to touch lives, is when you can reach a reader on that level, when you can make a heart connection, a soul connection, not just I bought the book and put it on my shelf connection.
Right. Yes. And that's what's happening, and I'm loving it. That's so awesome. And yeah, I just think those connections, it's just amazing, because that's all the feedback I'm getting. You know, and I put a lot of those things out there for my kids. Like, the kids right now are really too young to read it, but when they get older, they will. But all those connections matter, because I just think when they do read it when they're a little older and they're teenagers or young, you know, whatever, you know, a lot of it they might even read and be like, well, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to do that. And, you know, it may not hit them right away, but once you plant those seeds of that expectation, I so think that the perceptions we have, you know, the expectations we have drive so much. Because if you get, say, into a marriage or a relationship and you expect the person to just support you in every way or do whatever, you know, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Nobody completes you, you know. As much as that sounds romantic and beautiful, it just doesn't happen. And I think when you have kind of false expectations for that, that becomes more devastating. I'd rather they have realistic expectations. So some of the things I share in this book, I almost don't want my kids to hear, you know, but at the same time I do, because I want them, even if they don't realize it till they're older. You know, they may read it younger and be like, I can't believe Dad thought that, or this or that. But I think 20 years later, when they're going through marital issues or relationship issues or other things, they're going to remember all that. Go, that's what Dad was talking about, and it's going to help them get through it. And it's things like that that are coming out in this book that are the things that really matter to me. You know, and I'm loving the connections I'm already seeing with people and the feedback I'm getting, because it's telling me it's all that what I hoped it would be.
Yes, it is a beautiful read. And like I said, I got it yesterday and I read it last night, and it's a beautiful read. And so tell us how our listeners can connect with you.
One good way, maybe one of the best ways, to just go to patrickplong.com. Patrick, and then P as in Patrick, patrickplong.com. If you go on there, there's links to my Facebook author page. You can click on the links right there and get to the Amazon page to buy the book. I have an email subscriber list on my website, so you can fill out the form and then be on my email list for any future updates, things like that. Connect with me by using the social media links that are on the website to get on my author page, where you can stay connected there. I also have a Twitter account. There is an email link on there if anybody wanted to contact me to, be on their show or their podcast or something too. So you can email me from there also. So really the central point, if you just go to patrickplong.com, pretty much you can connect with me through all the other avenues by just getting everything on the site.
That's great. And thank you so much for coming on the show today. And thank you for writing the book. Because like I said, it's a beautiful book and it's going to change lives. So thank you for sharing those raw and beautiful moments with our readers and our listeners.
Thank you. It's great being on your show. I so appreciate the opportunity, and it's great to connect with you as well. So
thank you so much. And thank y'all for listening to Words Have Power. This is Teresa Hawley-Howard. Go to Amazon, get the book. You will not regret it. One quick note. When is the print coming?
Within a week. We're having a local launch party next Saturday, the 27th, and it'll be available online from there on Amazon after that. Again, you can get to it through the website. I don't even know, did we actually say the title in this whole I don't remember if I said it.
No, we did not. Thank you for...
Funny to start talking about, you don't think of that, but the title is Ordinarily Extraordinary. I can actually show you very quick. This is not the book, it's just a postcard, but that's what, I don't know if that's showing up well or not.
Oh yeah, we can see it. It's beautiful.
So yes, that's the cover. Ordinarily Extraordinary. It's out there today. If people want to go and help spread the word and things, you can still get the ebook today for $1.
That'd be great.
That was part of our. That was a Father's Day kind of just opportunity to spread the word and get it out there. So it's still going to go through today.
Y'all go to Amazon, get the book today. You will not regret it. And thank you once again for being on the show. Thank y'all for listening. This is Teresa Hawley-Howard with Words Have Power. We brought you another fabulous book. This one is going to go on my must-have in the print list, so y'all know that y'all need to get it. So thank y'all so much. And everyone, remember, click the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.